My name is Andrew, and I'll be your new nightstand.
Ha! Funny.
So,
you stole my leak project.
what I did was I pulled the nightstand out to look at this, and basically this is the water spot that we saw, and so it was coming out on this side of the other nightstand. We're kind of panicking, thinking it was wet all underneath, but actually it's really only like right here.
Over under that it's the belt line, or you know it's right there, the awning.
Awning arms or that floor level trim.
Yep.
So there's a couple things with the awning arms that make me think they're good ideas for leak points.
We've never had a trailer though that hasn't had a leak in the belt, that lower belt line.
Yep.
I know it's on our punch list of things to do, and we plan to take down the belly skin soon.
Yeah.
You make a lovely nightstand, but can you just slide my actual nightstand back into place, please?
Yep. The awning that you've seen proof works has gotten unreliable. I hit this switch a moment ago and I saw the little status light go green for a second, but now it's not doing it and it doesn't work. So I'm gonna see if I can troubleshoot behind this panel and see what the issue is. This is the back of the switch, and this is the panel with the light. Now, both of these connections could have some corrosion. I'm gonna check them out now. This board here lights up with power coming through that switch. So ultimately, I don't think that's the issue. Got a good look at this in the light. See what's, well, that's okay. Didn't expect that. See the edges are like beat in with a hammer or something to make the hole bigger? That's very strange. So this Ethernet type cord that was in here had some corrosion on the end of it. This one goes to the main board for the awning control, and it had no corrosion on it. It's only slightly higher, a couple inches higher. So elevationally, where the water damage occurred is essentially just over the top of this. I've taken a minute to clean the contacts for several things on the Zip Dee awning switch, and I'm gonna test it now to see if it's made any improvements. Before, I just get a quick flash of the status light green button, or green light when I click the switch. See what happens. Okay, no flash there. Close, open. No action. So yeah, the red switch here turns on those lights up there. That's the board, the main board. But this seems to be where the problem is. No switching seems to come from here. So perhaps we need another one of these. Well, she's going out. I really hope she comes back in.
What did you do?
I was squeezing around here trying to get that to loosen up, and the awning has gone out. Wow. I'm a little scared. I didn't supervise that going out. It seems like it's okay.
Dude.
Yeah, this keeps happening.
I think we've only opened it once intentionally, and the first time it opened was all by itself. I was cleaning that panel and it just was like, oh.
Hey!
And so...
I know how to do this.
Okay. So maybe that needs cleaning.
I don't know, I was squeezing the silver box that the blue kind of looks like an Ethernet cable plugs into. Clearly we've got a problem with a loose connection because it wasn't
inconclusive.
She loves that. I'm gonna go see if we're okay on the outside. There it is, folks, the rare and elusive Tommy Bahama awning making an appearance today. Boy, we gotta get those leaves off the roof. This guy in about a week has lost a ton of leaves. Since the awning arm is out, it gives me a little bit better visibility to look up front and see if I can figure out what's going on with that leak we have that may be coming in around it's basically where the awning mount is where that leak is.
Okay.
So I was just gonna check that out now.
Oh, good call.
If I've done the math right, our leak is basically right here. So you can see why I'm immediately suspicious of here. I don't like the way the leaves are stuck in here, and it could puddle potentially around this screw. There's just so many little places where this could leak. Just decided to take off the rubber bumper and see if I need to add sealant and put the screw back in. Gonna clean that mud off. I will say there's kind of an obvious amount of Tremco, or whatever they're calling the sealant these days. It used to be called Volcam. At any rate, this gray sealant on the threads, there is plenty of it, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not leaking. It's a little bit messy, but I will clean up afterwards. I want to make sure I get enough. Top screw has to go back first. Making sure I've got some on the underside of the head. Slow and steady wins the race. The other thing to consider is the grommet around the wire, and I really don't know how to make sure that's not leaking. So just a note on Airstream leaks. Because this isn't our first Airstream and we've tackled a few leaks in the past, I have to tell you that I know I'm being a little optimistic, that I'm thinking the leak is coming from near where the water is obvious. In the past, it doesn't always work that way. I need to say, in case anybody else is using this video to find their own water leaks, they can come from up high, they can come from down the body. There's a lot of places where the water can run down side supports inside the body and wind up somewhere else. So don't think that the closest thing is necessarily the place where the water is coming from if you're trying to chase down a water leak in an Airstream. Before it gets any later in the day, I'm going to try to get this awning in. I don't want to have it stuck out.
No way.
I can't believe it.
All right.
I can't believe it.
I want to buy some awning cleaner for the next time we get it out. Also, any lubrication that you can possibly do.
I lubricated the last time we had it out.
Yeah, do you see those rust marks on the arms at the top?
Yep.
We need to figure that out.
Okay. Success. How's that sound out there? Because it's deafening in here.
It's really loud. Push on the wall.
I wish I fixed that today.
In Florida, we met another couple, and they had turned their bar into storage at a Tommy Bahama. And they're the ones that gave us those awesome USB fans, and boy, have those saved our butts while we had no AC over the bedroom. Just having some moving air made it so much better. But anyway, what they did is they cut this way down and gained this much closet space, and in an Airstream, that's a massive amount. So I think we want to do something similar, but ultimately that's just frosting, very much like the cedar lining of the closet that I want to do, also frosting. What we really need is the pipes to stop slam dancing in the wall every time we want to flush the toilet or shower, because it is so loud, especially at night. It's just terrible.
I think that's most of it right there.
Anyone else have an LED light in their shower that strobes to the beat of the pump? We may have to check grounds.
Pretty sure the clamp right here hits here and makes a rattling noise as part of the vibration we hear. I think most of the rest of the noise comes from here, where the pipe itself hits the wall. I've got this gummy double-sided stuff right now. I'm gonna get a bit of this between the pipe and the wall in a couple of those places, and then I'm gonna use some pipe clamp type stuff to secure it. I'm hoping this minimizes vibration even with the pipe clamp down. Could you turn that on?
Yep.
All right, that has taken a lot of the banging out. It's more just like clicking now. Thank you. Shanna wants to put a cedar closet in here to copy like they do in the classics, but for right now I'm just gonna stick this back, but its days are numbered. It's not gonna last in here very long. For all those people waiting for us to take down the belly and figure out what's going on under there, good news, the time has arrived. We have a license plate, which means we have the trailer properly registered and insured in our names. It means that we've got a title. It's not here, but it's coming, and it's gonna be in our names, and we fully own this trailer now. It's time to explore Duncan's, hopefully not soft, underbelly. This is definitely the reason why Shanna's allergies are so bad right now. Just testing to see what a yellow stripe looks like on the airstream. Bless you.
Man, I just washed this yesterday. Bummer. I've got the hitch torn apart so that we can clean it and prep it for some paint and handle the salt and rust. Ooh, hello,
I got
coffee.
one of these. Be careful with it.
Yes, please.
Precious cargo. All right, and then it's gonna be warm today, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Hydration level's up.
Yeah, don't wang your head on the awning.
I'll remember for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure. All right, I need sandpaper and wire brushes and equipment to start here.
Yep.
And then we'll go under and we'll drop the tire.
Yep.
And
I'll round that up.
okay. The wind picks up, I'm gonna need to get mics and a hat. This fluffy, like tatted stuff, like my shower drain is just full. It's like my hair is like just filter feeding it out. It's terrible. Oh, coffee. Oh, it makes everything better. Checking the Wheeler Reserve for sandpapers. So, honey, it's hopeless. The shower drain is just gonna be full.
Perhaps you want a hat?
I've thought about it. Because of the salt, because this was a Florida trailer, I think I want to take this tray off and handle that separately, and then just really focus on getting the frame really nice and prepped. I think I want to take the blue wax off so that we can do this correctly, or mostly correctly. I was talking to a guy at Airstream, and he said you could buy the Airstream paint, which was crazy expensive, or you could just use black rust preventative paint. And so I think that's what we're gonna do, Andrew.
Agreed.
That's what we are going to do. Oh no, that fluffy stuff is falling in my coffee.
All of these things were predicted. Move this kind of to one side, I think, and then to the other. I don't know that we can move it fully off.
Well, can you just put it up on here?
With the hose going through, I'm not sure I can.
Let's try.
Turn. Okay.
Just pivot it.
Yep. All right, so it's up there, balance.
Yeah, that's out of my way for at least prep work.
Okay.
And degreasing.
All right, and then at some point we'll lay it down and do the bottom of it, because I'm sure the bottom's rusty too.
Correct.
Gotcha. If you spray me with that, I will stop helping.
Liar.
If you spray me with that, I'll be sad.
True. I have decades of empirical evidence that when I squirt you with the hose, you just keep going.
I guess we already know the answer to the question, so we don't need to test it again today.
I'm gonna blow out the channels and all the other stuff, blow it off, and hopefully that'll help it dry quickly. And while this is drying, let's go drop that spare tire and start working underneath.
Somebody snuck in while we weren't looking and made us beans. I found them in the Instant Pot.
I made you Cuban beans and rice, planning ahead, knowing we were going to be filthy today.
How are you going to keep your
I don't know, I need a lid. Would it be a huge imposition for us to transfer this to a travel mug?
I think you just need to eat your food fast.
Alright. I'm clearly more concerned about the coffee.
I see that.
Oh, this looks great. Oh no! Get out, get out, get out. I'm gonna need you to take that back inside. I'm not gonna be able to cope with debris flying in it.
I'm gonna put it in the truck on the floor mat for a moment. No?
Oh, no. If it spills dairy into the carpet.
Got a point. Unrecoverable? Alright. Quick question. Does anybody know what year they changed these from gray to black? They're black on our 2018. Our 2006 is gray, and the hitch is painted kind of a dark gray. 2018 is black. When did they make this change? And so it begins.
I think this is a make it better situation. What's that saying that you usually say? Perfect is the enemy of good.
Perfect is
enough.
Perfect is the enemy of the good, which means essentially let's get something done as opposed to nothing done. Waiting to make it perfect.
Well, yeah, the conditions are far from perfect with all that stuff falling.
Yep. That copper line right there is going to get replaced if you get some paint on it. No big deal.
Okay. We'll get some primer on this today. Go on a hot date to the hardware store.
Oh, that'll be fun.
The hardware store is my second favorite date location. The first is a morning coffee at a junkyard or like a pick-a-part for hunting for parts for a vehicle. What's your favorite date location?
I think I agree with you. That Volkswagen junkyard we used to go to in California, that place was awesome.
I got limited edition bright electric blue and black Recaro racing seats for my Beetle. It was such a win. There was only like 200 of those seats made.
The next thing for me is to get over here and move the spare tire off the frame. The tire frame itself doesn't have much rust on it, but there's some stuff up on the Airstream frame above the tire that we need access to because we've got to repaint them. There's not much paint on this.
It's not good.
No. I don't think it was very well painted before. So we're starting our work at the hitch to determine exactly how much needs to be painted. Shanna's painting the whole hitch area. I'm laying here under the spare tire area trying to get it a little bit prepped so she can paint. And we're gonna take the belly down after that. In the salvage lot, they use forklifts to move these around, and fortunately, there's only a few spots of damage from that.
We're gonna replace it though. That's a future project.
Yep, it'll get replaced. It's functional right now.
Yeah, and my dad didn't want us tearing into heavy duty like belly dropping and ripping out like opening skins up too much until we actually own the rig. Just in case something went sideways and he had to like dump it for us. He wanted us protected.
I get that. All the things that we couldn't really see and I was worried would be really rusty, the spare tire rim actually looks okay.
Oh, that's good news. How's the tire actually look? Dry rotted or anything?
The tire itself looks fine. Looking pretty good.
I opted to brush the paint on because I feel like you're being considerate to other trailers to spray. So I'm going to try to keep my spray very minimal.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Looks like you're having as much fun as I am.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a little bit of the spare tire storage area. This is the center bar that runs right across the top of the tire. Did I get paint on my chin?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. Is it gonna come off?
I don't know. I would use your, I don't know, rag, shirt, something. There's a rag underneath the corner of that, a red rag underneath the corner.
Oh yeah.
It's disgusting.
There's a clean corner.
But, you know, kind of so are you. Right now. I'm disgusting.
Is that some of it?
Yeah, that's most of it. You got a little bit over here.
Just is what it is. This is that kind of work. Is it going on okay?
It is. I'm using silver instead of black because this is what we have. And I know I need to buy black for the hitch, but I think it'll look okay. No one's really gonna notice.
Yeah, that's basically in the spare tire area. I think that's aluminum meets aluminum. You may as well put a silver stripe in between them. Have you been able to comb out the...
What?
Have you been able to comb out the
I don't know.
stuff?
How's it looking?
Yeah. I'll just show you real quick.
So this is what happens
When you comb your hair.
when I comb my hair. People are like, you should comb your hair.
Yeah,
Really?
no, you should comb your hair. Oh, you got some in the back still. There's definitely some in the back.
I need help.
A timeout here means you're getting more.
You have paint on your face here. Right there.
We all have our shortcomings. I'm gonna let you go inside now. I'll clean up some tools.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're totally laughing.
This is not hysterical at all. This is as much as we're gonna get done for the day today. We've got everything pretty well put away right now, but we made good progress. The hitch is primed. Got quite a bit primed up underneath. Didn't find anything particularly scary, and that's really what we wanted to accomplish.
Join us next week as we lower the next segment of the flooded Salvaged Airstream trailer's belly. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.